Good afternoon everyone. Today we have left Vancouver. We've hired a car and we're driving to Kamloops, where we'll be staying for one night before we drive to Banff tomorrow. This morning we checked out of our Airbnb. We just kind of got a coffee and some breakfast, waited around for a few hours and then picked our car up in the early afternoon. And we've probably been driving maybe, I don't know, 2 hours maybe, and we've got about 100 kilometers to go to get to Kamloops. Probably a good thing that we left Vancouver today, because it was just pouring down rain. It was a miserable day. At the moment it's not raining, so hopefully it's not raining in Kamloops, or hopefully the weather stays like this. It is really cloudy outside, but at least it's not raining right now. On our way we went, it was raining for like the first hour, and then the second hour it was snowing, so it's been an interesting drive. Just enjoy the scenery that we'll take videos of, because it's just amazing. We've got the Canadian forests, I guess, and the mountains all around us, so it's a really nice drive. Thank God that we can actually see it, because an hour ago we couldn't see anything, and that's why we left it so late to actually start videoing today. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back. It is actually the next day. Today we are driving from Kamloops to Banff, where we'll be staying for the next 2 nights. Last night we got to our hotel, the Riverland Inn in Kamloops. It was quite a nice 3-star hotel, you know, good enough for one night. I ended up just having some food and going to bed pretty early, I would say. We got up pretty early to drive to Banff, because it was about a 6-hour drive. You would have just seen the clips of the scenery on the way. It's so beautiful here. You got like the pine trees, plus the massive snow-capped mountains around. When I think of Canada, this is what I think of. This is like the Canada that I really wanted to see.
And if you're wondering where I am, guys, I'm here. I'm just very sick at the moment. The flu has just taken its toll on me, unfortunately.
Welcome to Banff. We arrived maybe an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago now, and just checked into our hotel here at the Bellevue Lodge. It's right next to the Banff town. It looks really nice. It's, you know, a little outdated, but you know, that's the charm of this place. So I'll give you a quick room tour. As you walk in the front door, the sink's right there. Have a nice bathroom, shower, curtain. Over here we have 2 beds, 1 each. You can push them together and make one massive bed. That'd be even cooler. We have a massive window here that looks out to Banff. So as you can see, it is quite dark out there, a bit of snow out there. Just the main road, and over there towards that way is the actual town centre. The most impressive feature of this place is inside this cupboard just here. So inside here we have a glorious TV. Like, look at that. When was the last time you saw one of those in a hotel room? We even turned it on before. Oh, she's marvelous. Brings back so many 90s and early 2000s memories. When we got here, we went to the supermarket and just got a couple of things. On our way to Banff today, we actually stopped off for a really late lunch. We stopped off at an American diner, like a really famous one called Denny's. You've probably heard of it. We stopped off there and just had a massive meal. That was probably like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock maybe. And then by the time I got here, we weren't really hungry, so we just went and got something small to eat. So we're just gonna eat something really small in our room tonight, watch some TV, maybe edit some videos, edit some photos or something, and then go to bed to get up early and explore Banff tomorrow.
Hey guys, so I'm back on camera today, and today we're going to be traveling to Jasper in Alberta, Canada. So we arrived in Banff last night at probably roughly about between 7 and 8 p.m. and it's pretty cold here. We're back to the cold weather again. We sort of had a break from it in Vancouver. It was kind of like sitting around, I don't know, between 10 and 15 degrees on certain days. So I think it was kind of nice to have that break, and even in LA we were having a really nice time there with warmer weather. But yeah, so today we're back to cold weather and snow, as you can see out the window. It is kind of a little bit clearer today though. It looks like very fine cloud around, so it's a lot brighter, which is nice, and hopefully still good for taking photos, which will be good. How are you feeling this morning, Dan?
Pretty good. Pretty excited to get out and see some cool mountains and trees and lakes and
stuff.
All that sort of
Canada stuff.
Yeah, Canadian things.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like the view at the moment is just awesome. So I have done the drive from Jasper to Banff before with my family, so I know how amazing it is. I'm sure that Dan's really going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to do it again. So yeah, really looking forward to today. This is the Athabasca Glacier, you can see over there. It is just this huge, vast area of ice. It's just so smooth. It looks amazing, this whole landscape, look at this. So it's pretty crazy. It's just such a clear day as well. We're at Athabasca Falls. I've been here once before, however it did not look like this. It was not covered in snow and ice. It looks amazing, but I'm really struggling to walk right now, and so is Dan. We don't really have great winter wear that we've taken overseas with us, funnily enough. But yeah, we're going to show you some of the scenery. This is what the falls actually look like right now. And as you can see, there's not much of a waterfall happening. It's all frozen over, but it does look pretty stunning. Sun's out, so it's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, the sound you can hear is just the rushing water down the bottom. So unfortunately, Dan doesn't get to see the falls technically, but hey, it looks pretty great. Yeah, it does.
You could just imagine what it would look like when there was actually water.
Yeah. Just in Jasper, which is kind of towards the end of the Icefields Parkway, I think it's called. And anyway, we stopped there for lunch because we were starving. We hadn't really eaten all day, and we had some Subway actually. We really wanted to have some pub food, but we're kind of at the end of our trip now. We are like minimal spenders right now, so it is pretty much as cheap as possible, and the Subway we got was pretty cheap. So yeah, we just had some of that and got a coffee. Well, Dan got a coffee and I got a hot chocolate. Both are not great, unfortunately, so we're kind of like halfway through them, just driving on our way home at the moment, or on the way back to Banff. Although we're hoping to stop at a few more places along the way that we didn't stop on the way here. But honestly, if you guys ever get to do this drive, the tourist attractions are great. The drive alone is just amazing. Like the amount of things you get to see and the landscape is just incredible, and you can see it literally from the road. So I mean, it's a bit harder, I think, maybe in winter because there's not as many places to pull over and stop, so that kind of sucks. But in summer, you'd be probably more likely in certain areas to be able to pull over and stop and take photos of the mountains. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We do have to be a little bit careful at the moment because there are a lot of signs around for avalanche zones. So we do need to make sure that we're not actually going through any areas where there's avalanches and stopping. They don't want you to stop in those zones. So yeah, but otherwise we're on our way back now, so enjoy the scenery a little bit more. This is the Athabasca Pass viewpoint, and it is just so nice outside. So beautiful. Look at that view. Goodbye, Banff.
Goodbye, Banff. You've been fun. Technically, we didn't see a lot of Banff. We just kind of did our own things outside of Banff, but that's why we came to Banff anyway.
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons, because there's a lot around here. We were going to go to Jasper, but by the time we booked anything, there just wasn't enough left that was reasonably priced. So yeah, Banff it was. But yeah, oh, I'm gonna miss this view. Look at that. So where are we off to today, Dan?
Well, this morning we are heading to Lake Louise just to have a look. Probably only be there for a short period of time. And then from there we're driving to Calgary, where we drop the car off and then stay there for one night before we head to Mexico.
How exciting.
I'm so excited for Mexico. I think that, well, we're assuming that Mexico is going to be warm and nice and hot, and you know, you can walk around in shorts and shirt and go to the beach and stuff, like the places that we're going. So yeah, I think it'll be good to get out of like long pants and long like jackets in cold weather and stuff like that.
And then that's our last country technically that we are visiting on this trip, apart from LA when we go back there for a few days, until our next adventure.
It's gone so quick. Like it feels like we've just started, but we're heading to our last country, which I think when we counted it was like the 20th or 21st country we're going to on this trip.
Yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot.
Worth it.
This is our view of Lake Louise right now. It's completely frozen over. Well, not completely. There is like a little area over here. This is the lake that Dan gets to see. That's it. So Dan, what's your first impression of Lake Louise?
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's frozen.
Yeah.
Louise, with snow on top of the ice, I guess. So
yeah, so many people out there just walking on it. It looks a little bit thinner just over here actually, but there
are signs around where the thinner sections are, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah, it's so annoying. We had to pay for a park pass. It's so okay, we had to pay for a park pass today because I'm not sure, like we have to look into it more because we didn't really know much about the park pass. No. And even though we were staying in Banff, we spent was about $20 nearly, I think, for both of us to come see Lake Louise today, which is a shame because like we're not really going to anything else. It's just here, and then we're going on to Calgary, and yeah, the lake is frozen. Cool experience though. I guess there's not too many times in the year that you get to experience this. Bye, Rocky Mountains.